And welcome everyone from around the world to the castle, live in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Siege Presidential Defense, brought to you by To The Point Streaming. The current IDA president and former IDA president do battle tonight against a couple of Richmond's finest. I'm Sean Green, your play-by-play commentator, joined by the Philly legend on the controls. I usually go, what's up? And I'm also excited to introduce our guest host, the voice of Cincy Event Streaming, and new head of marketing for Next Gen Darts, Mr. Ryan George. What's up, brother?
How we doing, buddy?
Oh, man, I am happy that you're here again. I don't know if everyone else is, but I am.
Probably not.
Hey, we got to hang out on Friday for a little bit. That was nice. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Fair enough.
So, Ryan, a lot of exciting things are finally happening for you. It's about time. Like, you've always had the talent, and I always told you, talent recognizes talent. It's just a matter of time. I don't know if you believed me, but here we are. Buddy, how does it feel to actually be getting the recognition that you deserve?
It's weird. It feels weird. It feels good. It's tough. I don't typically...
You don't think you deserve it, but
I
other than
struggle with that. But
yeah.
No, it's an amazing feeling to be given an opportunity to do some really fun things. We've got some really interesting stuff lined up. We're putting some really good ideas together. It's going to be a good time. Jeremiah's showing faith in me.
Yeah.
And he and I have had some really good conversations. I try not to fanboy too much. I mean, he is the Jeremiah Millar.
That's true. He is.
But, I mean, no, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
To get to announce it while at Showdown this weekend, which I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't exactly. They were like, well, we'll do that.
You know you made that flyer. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I did. I did, but I didn't expect for it to be used at that exact moment, you know, when Brandon was like, oh, by the way.
I mean, timing's
everything.
And you were pretty popular this weekend, so.
I mean, I always believed you.
Yeah.
I always believed you. It's just you and I both struggle with that.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. We both don't think we deserve what we're getting.
We don't. It's hard to look inward that way.
For sure. For sure. So, how did you actually get started with Next Gen?
So, it was a little bit of luck and a few phone calls. Brandon Kessler reached out to me a few months ago. We had a couple conversations. He's like, hey, can I get you on the phone?
Did it just like come out of nowhere?
Yeah, genuinely. Like, I mean, not pure nowhere, but, you know, I wasn't quite expecting the direction we were running.
Right.
But he's like, yeah, can we get you on the phone? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to call you. And I put my phone down. He's like, oh, he shoots me a text. He goes, oh, by the way, with Jeremiah. And I went, oh, what? So, you know, it was, yeah. But we put some things together. We started talking.
You just called out Brandon for not being as, like, fanboyish as you are towards Jeremiah Millar.
Well, I've had a lot more exposure to Brandon. I think Brandon's an amazing guy, an amazing darter. He's a fun guy. You know, he's cool as all get out. But, like, it's Jeremiah Millar. Like, you know. So the beast. The literal beast.
Who averages above a 6 in league and stuff in cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good partner to have.
I mean, duh.
All right. What should fans of yours, because you have them now.
No, I don't know about that.
I'm one of them.
Fair.
Fair enough.
I'm a fan of yours.
You stop it.
Stop it.
So what should fans of yours, like myself, be looking for on social media as the new head of marketing for Next Gen?
Well, I mean, we're gonna work on improving our reach. We've got some really big things coming up in the next month.
Okay.
Even the next couple of weeks here. We're revamping some things.
You know you're the head of marketing.
Things.
You can just announce it yourself.
I can't. You know.
I know. You don't want to get fired that quickly.
Yeah. I don't want to be the shortest. I don't want to be the one of the shortest head of marketings ever. But no, it's gonna be cool. We've got some stuff. We're gonna work on expanding the brand through reach and views, and you know, and opening up our viewership to some different avenues and some different ways. And I'm touching base with the guys on the team and putting some ideas together. So.
That's awesome.
The next month to 2 months is gonna be pretty freaking cool.
Which is awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. Obviously, as a really good friend of yours, first and foremost.
Of course.
I obviously think that you were super talented at what you do. I've actually compared you to a Southern American version of a Sid Waddell with your one-liners that you throw out there from time to time.
That's a.
Hey, when you get compared to the voice of darts, the actual. Voice of darts.
Yeah.
The voice of darts.
The voice of darts.
That goes a long way.
I mean, I appreciate that. I really do.
Hey. Well, let's talk about this past weekend, right? This past weekend, you were front and center with Cincy Darts or Cincy Event Streaming, Summer Showdown.
Summer Showdown.
First of all, as a player, how did that go for you?
No, I had some really good and some really bad. Managed a fantastic 4th place finish in 01 doubles.
Who carried you to that one?
Who carried me is absolutely correct. His name is Rod Jacobs. He absolutely threw me in the baby.
Nice job, Rod.
He threw me in the baby Bjorn and carried me all the way.
Hey, it takes some special people to be able to carry the two of us to those types of things.
No, absolutely.
So I know that you definitely had your work cut out for you to do that.
I played doubles cricket with one of our throwers tonight, and that'd be Todd.
Yeah?
Todd and I played doubles cricket.
He couldn't carry you?
He and I, he threw well.
This might change my prediction.
He and I threw well. He threw really well.
What level?
2.
You couldn't win level 2 with Todd last
Hey,
one?
I'm not good. He is.
I know, but
Well, yeah, when you go out and have a partner that goes blank, 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 and
I
I don't
mean
mean him, I mean me.
when someone sitting next to you whooped you today 4 straight.
Yeah. What's your record in the garage? just for the record.
Do you mean overall record? I don't even know.
Let's go overall. Let's
I don't know. Yeah, touche.
8-0.
Yeah, thanks, Guy.
Thanks, Guy Perry. See, somebody takes a special somebody to carry you to that next spot. You know what I mean?
That's true. Travis did his best, but he did not expect
none of us expected
to be
Guy
that
to
bad.
pop off that heavy. Like,
Well, right.
except for Guy.
For sure.
Sure.
All right, so from a streaming perspective, it was your it's not your first time doing it like for an entire weekend, but for that long of a period of time. I mean, you started at 8 o'clock at night on Thursday and went till like 4 o'clock in the morning, which is insanity, by the way. And then you woke up at 7 to be back down there at 8 to do it again, and rolled through 16 hours of that plus playing. How was it from like a streaming perspective for you?
I loved what we were able to achieve. We had new things we were trying. We had some new bells and whistles that Juan and Steve and that beautiful platform have put together.
You have some things to improve for the next time, which is always
absolutely.
actually a good feeling.
Oh yeah, you never want to be like, I'm absolutely satisfied.
Right.
It's never going to be quote unquote perfect.
Right.
You don't want it to be because then you get stagnant, you get bored.
Exactly.
But it was definitely a marathon. It was not a sprint.
And you start off kind of sprinting there, 7 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah,
On a Thursday is a sprint.
And I firmly put that on my shoulders because I was like, I'm having fun. But having fun for an hour or two turned into 4 in the morning and an hour and a half of sleep.
Yeah.
So
Which wasn't fun.
That wasn't as much fun.
Yeah.
So
you seemed perfectly great and chipper on Friday when I saw you.
I mean, one, you were there, so I mean, but no. But
see why we keep inviting him back?
No,
you guys know that.
I don't. But no, I mean, it was in the moment. I found myself lagging a little at the very tail end of each night.
Yeah.
Which I felt bad in certain instances because I wanted to be the best I could be because that's when the finals are happening.
Right.
But
at State, I lost my voice Saturday night. I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel you. And then Tim in New York, both of us were dead by Sunday. Right. We were ready for the drive home.
I think I was sleeping.
But I mean, it was definitely a marathon. It was definitely a grind. Sunday on the way home, I was physically and mentally kind of wrecked.
Which is, we had a good 30-minute conversation because you just wanted to make sure someone was on the phone with you.
I was like, you know what? Sean and I always do a wrap phone call and talk to each other about what we think. I said that is the perfect time while I need that last 30 to 45 minutes on the stretch home.
And luckily for you guys, we recorded the whole thing, so let me just play that for you now. So just sit back for about 30 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
I'm so screwed. But no, it was good.
Yeah.
A lot of notes, a lot of lessons. I learned things about a lot of people.
You signed an autograph, I heard.
I signed 2.
2? You told me about 1.
I told you about 1.
But you actually signed 2?
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel? Is that weird?
It's weird.
So weird.
It's so weird.
It's weird to like make something that's okay and turn into trash with the signature.
Make it worth less.
I've done that. I've done that twice as well.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You're like, hey, you just bought this $15 hat. Now it's worth $3.
Yep, because there's a signature on there of someone that that person doesn't. No one probably knows exactly who that person is.
Not a clue.
All right, you've been a part of some of our weekly Facebook Messenger groups. Let's flip to tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was this Facebook Messenger group compared to others that you've been a part of?
2 words. Dumpster fire.
What do you mean by that?
Explain
Explain it in the best terms you possibly can for everyone watching along.
It was as if you had angry toddlers mixed with angry teenagers who were fighting over fireworks.
While Todd's in the corner just doing his own thing. While Todd's in the
corner hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about right. Like, I mean, the amount of banter and
one-sided banter for the most part.
Mostly one-sided banter and edited poo talk going back and forth. Well, not even really back and forth, just being
One
flung
way
across the room. It's like, at the monkey exhibit at the zoo, and they're just letting it fly.
I have never before received trash talk from one person to another at 7 a.m. as much as I did in this Facebook
They
group.
even trash talked me, and I'm not even throwing.
Well, you did respond to a couple of them.
A couple of them.
That was your fault.
You put yourself in the line of fire.
Well, I put myself in the line of fire because I was like, all right, I got to remember one thing. These are my Richmond boys.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be like, all right, boys, now come on. And then I was like, wait for these memes. And then I was like, my son could have done that. He's 9.
You can just say Jason was the one who's sending
Jason
terrible
thinks
memes.
his memes are awesome.
And they're okay.
But give him credit, he makes them himself. And it shows.
Have you guys ever seen our early flyers? Jason made those too. So look back to like 3 years ago.
Basically what we're talking about is the opposite of really good. It was
bad. That's the word we're looking for.
Word.
Really bad. All right. That being said, which actually concerned me a little bit for the Indy guys, but I'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the Richmond guys, because I don't know. I've actually played against Todd in Indiana State.
Mm-hmm.
I met Paul tonight. Seems like a really nice guy. I'm worried about him with our new lavalier mic, but we'll see kind of what happens with that.
Right.
Which, by the way, guys, we have you're going to hear a little board sound and maybe a little Keegan. Maybe a little trash talk and parental advisory. There might be a couple of curse words if dart players are speaking like dart players.
That still keeps it PG-13 though, right?
I'll try to be quick on the mute button.
There you go. So that won't work, guys.
Quick draw, Tim.
He already has trouble with like multitasking. You give him 4 things to do.
I'm already doing 2.
But anyway, tell me about the Richmond guys.
So Paul, the youngest one of the whole bunch.
Yep.
Fun guy.
Great beard.
Great beard. Naturally a louder guy. Boisterous guy. Kind of like me. Big personality, big energy. Fantastic darter.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played a lot of steel with him, but I've played a lot of soft tip with him. I played some leagues with him. I've been beat by him more than a handful of times. I mean, it's
well, thank God, or else what you said, good darter, and then
and then compare him to me, that's bad. But no, he's a good shot.
Yeah.
Steady shot, knows his outs.
steel tip too.
Yeah, no,
These guys.
Both of them have a background of steel.
Yeah.
Paul played a lot of steel in Florida and a lot of steel in New York.
Okay.
Primarily steel in New York. He really actually
East Coast.
He really converted.
Philly legend knows something about that.
Right. He really converted to soft tip with the move to Indiana.
Okay.
Todd, the oldest of the 3 of us, but also by far the wisest of the 3 of us.
I can see that.
The calmest.
That doesn't really say a whole lot.
By far, far, far the wisest of the 3 of us.
That's not so much.
No, Todd is the ultimate student of the game.
Okay.
He pays attention to all the minute details. He watches footage. He watches YouTube. He watches live streams. He watches the pros.
Right.
He pays attention. He's a student of the game. And
So, would you say consistency-wise, he's going to be the most consistent?
if he's calm and he's cool and collected and focused, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
And he still couldn't carry in level 2, huh?
Yeah. Well, he had an anchor just. Only one person could fit on that door. That's what she told Jack. One of them had to go under. I was the one that sank.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, I brought the door down too.
Yeah. He let you drown.
Wasn't enough room on that door.
There was. They proved that wrong.
Well, I mean, we're slightly bigger than Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet.
I
so
find that offensive.
I mean, I said slightly.
Slightly.
Be offended.
They're actors and actresses, like
Fair.
on screen. We're on
Fair.
screen, but we're on like Facebook. There's a difference, right?
That's fair. That's fair. But no, yeah. I mean, Todd stays.
What do you expect out of them tonight, average-wise, combined?
I mean,
realistically, be realistic about it.
I could see them finding the groove and being in the mid to low 60s.
Okay.
If not peaking a little higher.
All
if
right.
they really find the groove a little higher, mid to low 60s.
Fair enough.
If they floated 63, if 63 or better, I'd be impressed.
All right, so let me tell you about Mark Raymer and Jason Ives. First of all, Jason Ives, the man, the myth, the legend. You know about Jason Ives.
Oh, yeah, of
We don't
course.
need to talk about Jason Ives. He grew up in England, so,
he keeps the lights on.
he knows where darts came from. He came from that area. So he's automatically got more credibility than anyone else. His accent seems fake, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a great lefty. He doesn't play as much as he used to, so I'm going to guess he's going to be a little bit more inconsistent tonight. But when he wants to actually get going and step on the gas pedal,
sure,
he's going to be dangerous. I believe he is 1-0 at the Castle.
He
if I'm
does
not
have
mistaken.
the ultimate home field advantage.
He sure does. If there's not better than living in the place where
He
you're playing.
literally should have no issue with being comfortable here tonight.
Yeah, not like living in the same city, not like living in the same like street. Like literally,
his bedroom is
the
immediately
arena
upstairs. Yeah.
is his bedroom.
His garage.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a studio, not a garage.
No, this is the studio. That's the garage.
Fair enough. That's the arena. You're right. Mark Raymer,
Mm-hmm.
IDA president currently,
El Jefe.
has really brought Steel Tip back from things that were out of control for the IDA for a little bit.
Thank you, Mark and CJ.
Yes, thank you guys so much for that because it is now humongous in the city.
I'm impressed.
And it keeps growing.
Yeah, and he's just going to continue to grow it.
Absolutely.
They're doing a giveaway tonight. Luckily, you guys already missed out on it, so I don't even tell you about it. But if you voted on who you thought was going to win, make sure you pay attention to who wins because you might have a chance to win that raffle prize. I don't even know what it is. He never even told us.
Nope.
He said something. I'm going to get something good,
Knowledge
though.
is apparently not power.
If it's IDA, it's going to be something pretty good.
I mean, it's always. I mean, they go bigger than their home. Like,
I mean,
I've seen some of their other ones. So,
But listen, they've been playing combined darts.
mm-hmm.
Their experience is 78 years.
Mm-hmm. And I thought Jason was 78 years old. So, you know.
Well, he started when he was much older.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. Compared to 28 years, there's a 50-year difference in
So-
experience between the two teams.
So the poll winner prize is actually a $50 gas card.
Oh boy,
That's
Which is-
huge, right?
that
there.
is huge.
Worth it,
Massive right
which
there.
that's
is
like
worth
half
its
a
weight in
gas
gold.
tank. That's like half a gas tank, guys.
That's a quarter
it depends what kind of car you have.
You here right now can have yourself 1/4 gas tank right now.
And everybody will be happy. No one will be happy. Everyone's going to be happy for that.
I hate to break it to you, folks. That gets me home
Yeah, barely.
in my hybrid.
No, it's even more of a miracle that you guys all drove from an hour away
Did you
just to
see
be
the
here
whip
tonight.
that Todd brought?
I know.
I mean, he
that's a
brought the
gas
tank.
guzzler if I
brought
have
the
ever seen
tank.
one. That big old Tahoe.
He rolled in here presidential style.
I heard he could have brought the Jag. Is that right?
Oh yeah. He didn't bring the real whip.
Just brush the shoulder off there. But all right, who wins tonight and why?
I have to. Actually, I thought about it.
Yeah,
But I have to say my Richmond boys. I have to.
you know I should say my indie guys, but
You should, but
we'll
you
see what's
won't.
going to happen.
You won't, and it's okay, and I believe in you.
So what's the final score then, and why?
Okay, so I'm going 8-5.
Okay.
I'm going because Todd stays straight and consistent. Gives Paul the opportunity to get rolling because Paul is very much a downhill darter.
Okay.
Once he gets, I mean, he might start off a little bit slower, but once he gets that ball rolling, it's downhill,
Okay.
and he starts scoring, and then they're going to feed off of each other. Paul's energy will feed into Todd. Todd's, calm nature feeds into Paul, and I think
They've been partners before.
They've been partners before. They've done this before. This
Yep.
is not their first rodeo.
Yep.
So I think that that chemistry will mesh, and I think you're looking at an 8-5 Richmond.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Philly?
8-5.
I'm going the Presidents, and I'm going 8-4.
8-4.
I'm going 8-4. I think
Ooh.
experience wins, and I think Mark is going to be the X factor.
Mark was hitting a lot of trip 20s when I was watching warm up
I liked
earlier.
his warm up. So
Yeah, he warmed up pretty well.
Yeah, I'm going 8-4.
All right, here's why I'm going to say Richmond, which,
Okay.
first of all, is blasphemous for me sitting in this chair. I'm probably actually never going to be invited back.
Maybe
I might
will.
not even be invited back next week.
Hey,
You never
guess
know.
What? Guess
Okay,
what?
you're banned next week.
You're welcome with me anytime.
Aw.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Yes. Yes.
right, let's
Trying
wrap
to
it
do
up.
Napoleon Dynamite. I'm going to say Richmond, 8-6.
Okay.
And the only reason why is literally because the chat was one-sided and a whole bunch of trash talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it was the indie guys doing a whole bunch of trash talk towards the
Mhm.
Richmond
A
guys.
whole lot of awkward.
Some guys like to have their play do the talking. Some guys are scared and doing the talking beforehand.
Some of them.
Let's put it this way. I was talking trash before our match
Mm-hmm.
when you guys beat us 8-0. So that scares me a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to say Richmond 8-6.
That's fair.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to say I hope I'm wrong because I do, of course, love my indie guys. But
Not that you don't love them.
But we'll see what happens. And, well, let's see if we're right. One of us is going to be. It could be Tim. It could
Not
be us.
likely.
The players have already diddled, so let's see which team will get the start. The team that enters the arena first will be going first tonight. While the players are walking in, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors for the stream tonight. Sideline Sports Pub and the Mad Hatter Bar and Grill, North Point Bank for their doubles cam, the Whiskey Bent Bar and Grill, which we actually visited before tonight's match, where we got some diesel wings. My first time ever having them. They were delicious.
Mike Grady nailed it.
That fuel flavor is so good.
Amazing.
And the ranch. is dynamite.
Homemade ranch? Come on now.
Boom goes the dynamite for that. Whiskey Mint Bar and Grill for the Bullseye Cam. And, of course, our interview cam sponsored the Checker Flag Tavern. Our trophies, which you saw while we were speaking, are for the Siege, come from the Forged Egg. You can find them on Facebook and on Etsy. I'm Sean Green, joined in the commentary booth by our guest host, the voice of Cincy Event Streaming, Ryan George, and the Philly legend, Tim Neal on the controls.
When are we going to start calling him the technician?
It all depends on who's up there. Big shout out to William Winfrey, 200 stars. Brian sent back 100 stars. Mark Boucher, 500 stars. Emily Porter, 100 stars. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she said Sean and Ryan commentating. That was nice. Who do you guys have for it? Let us know in the chat. I'll explain why that matters in a second.
You gotta love Paul Facey.
Pants?
Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Wright Bortles on numerous occasions.
Yeah, you know that's Loudmouth, right? Is the sponsor there? Loudmouth.
Has Keegan on it? Come through
He
yet?
is not. As you see,
I'd also like to take a moment to
Todd grabbing a beverage.
grabbing a beverage, but also the fact that it was the Richmond boys who won the diddle. So
Yep, that's true. So they
it's
will get the
starting
start.
already.
Well, you might have noticed we've been testing out the Colonial V2 dartboard on our latest streams. You can learn all about the A to Z Darts in-house dartboard by checking out their blog covering the steel tip board. The Colonial V2 fits perfectly in their brand philosophy, which is to offer players quality products at an affordable price. Bounce outs are always a dart player's worst nightmare. We might see a couple of those tonight. But the Colonial board is manufactured to be a touch softer than most high-end industry-leading boards out there in order to combat the issue of bounce outs. Couple that with the softness, with the stable free wiring system, and this makes for an excellent home board or league board. And guys, also, A to Z Darts is giving anyone watching tonight's live stream a chance to win a raffle prize. Tonight's raffle winner will receive a dartboard mouse pad with the Colonial V2 dartboard image printed onto it. These mouse pads are the perfect novelty gift for the dart fanatic in your life. They're non-slip, fade, and scratch resistant with an 8-inch diameter.
Presidential defense. Paul and Todd have won the right to throw first. Ball to start. Gentlemen, all the best. Game on!
There's the Keegan Ives, I know. All you have to do to enter tonight's raffle is hit the like button on our live stream and leave a comment in the live chat. It's too easy not to do it.
It's far too simple. It's so simple. I'm doing it right now.
And as we look there, the start off is the 26th. Someone was hungry for some breakfast right away.
Big shout out Kevin Shaver, 50 stars. Alicia Willis, 200 stars. Brian Drew, 200 stars. Dennis Shea, 1,200 stars. Thank you so much. Greatly
Dennis
appreciate
Shea.
Dennis Shea, always.
So we do a jersey Dennis Shea all the way.
I love it. I love it. Brian Drew, always. Alicia Wills is, I've seen her name many a times. Kevin Shaver, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We got 134 people currently on Facebook.
Say Keegan hit breakfast, right?
That's amazing.
Do we need to refresh this?
Most likely, yes, as that's why I think I hear a door opening.
Here comes the new code.
No, it's just stew. It's just stew. We'll see if this catches up or not. There we go. It's a game on.
Pling.
We're always worried about
There
this.
we go.
And just like that, we broke Dart
The
Connect.
president had to fix it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, that was actually, I think, Jason.
Jacob Davidson, 100 stars. Tina Anderson, 200 stars. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Casey Parsons saying, I want to play at the castle. Casey, we have a pinned
Comment.
a post at the top of our To The Point streaming page. Just head there and put your name down, and we'll get it going. And see Todd Laswell, big trip 20 on the first start. That's in the trip one.
Looks like you rolled it
That's
over.
trip one.
Ooh.
68.
It's not the best score after a trip 20 on the first start.
Not the best score, but it's
It's a great score if you go
it's-
trip 1, 5, and then the trip 20.
and that's true. But it's also makes me feel good to see
Big
Todd
140.
finding that trip 20 early on.
Well, speaking of finding the trip 20 early on, Jason Ives with a big 140 to start off this one.
I mean, you know.
He's not losing in his house.
And you guys can hear that. You guys can hear our little lavalier mic.
I love that name.
Hitting a little, making that board sound for us. We added that this week along with a little bit of Keegan in the background too. We might pick up 1 or 2 curse words if they're loudly yelled by the players.
We have placed our bets on who they will be from.
It's going to be Paul. Paul's going to be the one who
gonna be-
cusses if it happens.
Paul or Raymer.
Emily Porter saying, I'm getting closer to wanting to try steal. Come on now. You can do that.
Just take the plunge.
Jerry Porter says, Paul reminds me of Dirk. I call him our angry darter. Was my partner at Showdown. All right, 43 there for Todd.
They're right on the wire. They're going to straighten those out pretty quickly.
And that's what I said. You know, just got to stay calm. And I was talking to him ahead of time. I said, stay calm, stay straight.
It does already say 8-0 on the score line, by the way.
Who did that? I didn't do that.
It was Jason. Jason just didn't
Must have
fix
been
it.
set up from the last time Sean was here.
Oh, brutal. No, that was actually Brandy who did that one last time. Brandy and Ashley
true.
Jones.
That's true.
Allie McQueen sent us 100 stars. Thank you guys so much. Again, guys, make sure to leave a comment in our chat.
Tracy Carter Counts, 500 stars. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mark does not switch very often, does he? He did on that last start, but I probably should have after the first one. That's blocked for his throw. Do you agree with that, Tim?
I do. Mary Jones, 50 stars. It was good seeing her this weekend.
Mama Mary's the best.
Oh, I did.
Mama Jones.
Did you not see my post?
No, I did.
Yeah, I mean, I got to hug royalty this weekend. I said I'm gonna chase that feeling. I'm gonna hold on to that as long as I can. She came to the booth to actually see me, but I was the lucky one.
So one thing with Todd, what I noticed right off the bat, he's not really following through right now. Until he starts doing that, he's going to be all over the place.
And do you think that's attributed to
Comfort.
Yeah,
Comfort.
just getting comfort.
It's the first leg getting nerves.
Yeah.
Once they settle in, they'll be all right.
Well, you can see the presidents are on and out already.
Brian sends back another 50 stars. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Cheering on Jason Ives.
Mr. Nasty is watching.
CJ, you're 100%
Andy Coleman?
You're correct.
Hmm?
Mr. Nasty?
Andy Coleman.
Yep.
Mark
Yeah.
Raymer looks
Northern
awesome.
Kentucky Cincinnati darter.
Mark Raymer does
excellent
look
shot.
awesome in the whiskey get bent jersey.
Yes, he does. We were just there.
Hmm. Amazing. Kind of amazing place. Really fun atmosphere. Good food.
I think that's one below, one above.
Solid 100.
Yeah, nice ton. Leaves 52 for Jason.
Now, Jason's old school. He will not shoot the correct shot.
Is he gonna go 20 for 32?
No, he doesn't shoot the correct shot on majority. He's old school. He sticks with the old school way.
Well, I'm thinking 12 for double top.
Right, but the old school way is leave 32 as much as you possibly can.
Well,
Okay.
Look at that. A little bit of pressure on it with a ton from Todd. 101 left. Jason needs to hit this 52. There we go. 32. Double 16. Double 8. That was a good dart. That was a bad dart.
I'll tell you what, he's throwing the dart pretty well.
He is.
Seems like he's throwing a little harder than what I've seen from him when we've just been out there, throwing around, and maybe it's all about the effort in the moment. but
Kevin Cheshire, 500 stars. Thank you, brother.
Well, it leaves 50. Go for it.
Right at it.
No.
He did, and he
He
hits
hits
it.
it.
Oh, my gosh. The Whiskey Bit Bar and Grill Bullseye Cam would have been useful, but
I didn't think he was going.
I didn't think so
Let's
either.
go.
Who goes that route on
In
101 and
your
Here's
2
what I'm
darts?
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Paul Facey does.
And listen, if that doesn't
That sets
rattle
the
him a
tone.
little bit,
That sets the tone right there.
well, there's our first ton finish of the night, guys, with 150 people watching along.
Todd,
You better be clipping that.
Todd,
I timestamped it.
Todd finds the 100. Paul goes trip 17 for Bull.
Wow. And all Jason's going to be thinking is, why didn't I take out that 32 with 2 darts?
And they stole it.
Oh, yeah. He stole
were
it.
way
Swipe
behind.
skis. Swipe or no swipey.
Now he's got to calm down a little bit from the adrenaline
That might
to
help.
throw these.
Paul is...
Look at this. He's found it already. You said he's a downhill
He's
thrower.
he finds that adrenaline, he finds that push, he finds that momentum, and he rolls through
He is
that.
laser focused right now.
That will amp him up. That will push him to the next level.
If anyone's watching along here and for the first time trying to learn steel, don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
Don't go
Don't-
trip 17 double bowl
on your
and 2
third
darts.
dart, absolutely. But
Oh,
on your
boy.
second dart, I might want to go for
That
this.
being said, amazing.
Holy cow.
Wow.
He's got a big cheese smile on his face right now.
He should.
And here,
I do.
And here's the deal.
And look at this.
And now Todd's calmed all the way down.
And he gets a
140.
140 to follow the ton. Look at these Richmond guys off and
Richmond
rolling.
is here. This
Rich
should-
what?
Richmond.
Uh-oh, here's Mark
I like
Raymer.
it. I'm not saying they can't do it too. I'm just,
There's Mark Raymer.
Oh boy.
Let's listen for it, Keegan.
Whoa.
I love it.
Not bad at all.
Boom
from
goes
young
the
Ives.
dynamite just to kind of calm it down a little bit. Look at this leg. They're averaging 120, and is that 98?
And he
Oh.
drops it out.
But the treble stayed.
Yep. And Jason's they're having a great time.
Oh, this is gonna be all about it because there's still the Facebook chat is
Gotta move.
continuing on in the garage.
Oh, no.
That
That's
Facebook
unlucky there.
that Facebook chat is absolutely continuing on in the garage right now.
Well, Jason leaves a bogey, so Todd and Paul have, they took it out in 6 and 5 darts from 201, so what's to make them
Come
think
on,
they
Todd.
won't take it out in
Come
6
on,
here?
Todd.
That one drops low into the 1.
So did that one.
Only 62.
When he follows through, he's right on. It's when he's trying to place the dart. He's
When he
letting off.
and you're spot on, Tim. It's when he sometimes gets just a touch timid when he's trying to think more place versus just that letting that. He's got a stroke. His natural
105
stroke
left
is
now,
amazing.
102. So 138 for Paul, and I just wouldn't put it past him here. He might as well just hit 88 on the first 2 darts to leave the bowl.
If he could, he would.
Leaves 118 after the first dart. See if he switches. Do you switch here, Tim?
I shoot the 18.
Well, he went 15 instead. But then
He's right over
55.
top.
fires it into it and almost hits it. Well, 102 is one better than 101. He would love to trash talk that.
That's true. But the beautiful thing is I can tell you right now, Todd sitting on 83
Oh,
makes
101.
him very happy.
Can he do the same thing?
No.
84 left. Leaves the 24, so 83's got to go.
83's got to go. One of Todd's favorite trebles is the 17, and he loves double 16.
Well, apparently the team from Richmond loves trip 17.
We do.
There's the trip 17. Double 16.
I stand by what I said. Make me 2 for 2. Come on, bud.
Oh.
Throw it.
Oh.
Just inside.
Yeah, that second dart kind of made it a little bit harder for him there.
Right. Yeah.
But 24 here for Mark Raymer. Double 12. He attacks it right there. Great
Excellent marker. Excellent marker. Oh,
Oh.
no. That might be blocking it.
He's gonna
Moves
go
over
top.
top a little. Oh,
Ooh,
no.
Grabbed it and pulled it out.
And again, they're 0 for 5 on the doubles, and that's the difference right now, especially if Paul hits the 16.
Clean up, Paul. Come on. Walk it in.
Oh, boy.
Slow down.
No, it followed the second dart. That
Now-
wasn't the right thing to do.
And that, I think, right there, that might have been a little bit of a rush and a little bit of nerves kicking in on that.
Jason on 24. Gets
he
it in the
drills it.
first dart.
I
The
did
man, the
I
myth,
did
the
push
legend.
12, but it didn't work.
It's all right. You probably disabled it.
And we are tied
you-
up.
If you push the stream deck on one button too many times,
It
it'll actually
disables it,
disable
yeah.
that
You're not
number.
the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do.
Now, interestingly enough, we have a break to a break.
And now we have our first leg of cricket. It is a race to 8. The cricket legs are 3, 6, 9, and 12. We will be taking a short break, and I mean like a minute and a half break. We're not going anywhere.
Nope.
We're just going to hear from our great sponsors, and actually from the great Will Stewart on the ad read, or on the ad.
Will's on the screen, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's doing a little review on the Colonial Dartboards. You're going to want to listen to that. It's good stuff.
So here's what I'm going to tell you right now. Paul loves cricket. Todd, on the steel side for cricket, Todd pretty much sticks to playing 0-1 when he plays steel.
Okay.
We were talking in the garage. I was like, look, just go after it. But I also told him, like, don't be afraid. Like, right now, yes,
Yep.
thank you.
Got rid of
Yep.
it.
Needed
A
to
little
get-
trip for Sing.
Needed to make sure he got rid of that. But, just, I said, don't worry about it. It's not the same approach, but go up there and just do what you do. Because, I mean, they're both good shots. All 4 of these guys are amazing shots. It's not
That's a great second dart.
beautiful second dart.
And he gets it on 6 mark there after the first dart in the fat part of the 3.
Kevin, the arena's probably high
80?
80s, maybe
Yeah.
low 90s right now.
About the same as what we're feeling right now. We're lucky we're not on camera anymore.
It's been a struggle trying to keep the temperature down today.
Tim,
hottest
keep
day of
your
the year.
shirt on, man. Gosh.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
record,
Oh my gosh, what is that tattoo, Tim?
Yeah.
let the record,
now
let
everyone
the
knows
record
you're
show
lying.
that let the record show that Tim is now brandishing a knife while naked.
Hey. Don't get me involved in your office.
At least you knew that. That's what I love.
I just assumed that's what it was.
Well, you assumed correctly, my dear friend.
Nikki Naive, which also is a fantastic name, by the way, since it's 200 stars. And I really hope it's Nikki Naive because that's probably the coolest name of all time.
Big
5 mark there for Todd.
There we go. Let's get the ball rolling, boys.
So let us know in the chat, how you guys liking the board sound we got this week? I saw Sean Wages weighed in, said he loved it. What do you guys think? You can hear a little Keegan action.
The sweat's glistening off of Jason's
Oh,
face,
yeah, it is.
off his brow.
Paul's got a little sweat glistening, too.
I'm sure he's hiding a lot behind that hat.
That's our Elgato face cam we got going on there. Does Paul always wear headphones, or is it just strictly for this type of format?
Probably more for this format. We are used to playing in relatively loud and boisterous settings where we throw in Richmond, like the Legion. They're good
That's
at having
in.
Yep.
They're good at having the jukebox cranked up for us. So Paul probably prefers to have noise in between the ears versus the silence about there.
Or the noise in his ears not be Jason Ives talking trash.
Chris
Could be.
Abercrombie, 500 stars. Thank you, sir.
Chris Abercrombie, thanks, brother. Sean Rosner says, been asking forever for it.
Eric
yeah,
Ramsey loves it too.
I love it.
No, I'm enjoying. I love. I mean,
Bryston Laswell.
Well,
that would be Todd's son,
That's amazing.
thanks to your stars
aka B.
and your generous stars, we do have new wireless lav mics coming this week. So
Yes, we do, and they are
thank you. We greatly
fancy.
appreciate it.
And then we're going to have a Tim's Tips section where he's wearing it. We might do interviews in the,
Whiskey Bent bullseye
in the
cam.
arena. Ooh.
Fancy.
And drops it into a 17.
Hey, that's a good mark.
It's the leg swing for me.
We'll stay here at the Whiskey Bent Bullseye Cam.
Might as well.
Brian Sensbach sending us 100 stars for the new mic. It costs a little bit more than that. No, I'm kidding.
It's a real shame he's not here for me to talk trash to him right now. That was fun all weekend long with him at Showdown.
Who?
Sinsbach.
Oh, I love Brian.
Oh, I enjoy the heck out of him.
You know, 90% of the people, and then you go, "Who's Brian?"
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Doobie. Sorry,
Doobie.
Doobie.
Dubes. Ruby Roo.
Only got one in there, but
Tina,
a lot of work still left for Todd.
Joe Downing, 350 stars. Thank you. Tina said she loved the sound, but the 180 from Keegan even more.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best thing I've heard so far.
I agree. You notice I waited for the Boom Goes the Dynamite on that one because that was Keegan's time to shine. He even said he had been working on his 180 call, and it's perfect timing that there's a mic in there now.
Yep.
I need Todd to take the time to throw that dart just a little bit harder.
You guys in all your nicknames, New Mad?
What?
New Mad watching?
There it is.
My chat is not stringing along like yours is.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Caleb Ferris, let's go Raymer and Ives, 400 stars.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know about our friendship
Oh,
anymore.
and I
Brian.
hear the banter. They're talking.
Oh yeah,
the old cow is talking.
The old cow. The old cow's mooing.
Moo.
what was that nickname you threw out at me?
Caleb
New
Ferris, another
Mad?
100 stars.
Ashley Brewer?
Oh, Ashley Brewer. That's she's out of Ohio. She's a darter out of Ohio.
Okay. Yeah,
She's been partnered with Paul a number of times, I do believe.
Eric says nothing like the sound of darts hitting a steel board, and I agree with that.
Oh, that's unlucky.
That might be 60 on the floor.
180 on the floor.
That was definitely 60 on the floor. But he still gets the 120 out of it. Almost had a second
Almost had a second Keegan Ives call.
max.
You picked the perfect week to have this go into play, to have these guys to actually do that.
Lee Jones, 100 stars. Brandy, 500 stars. Thank you, Brandy. Greatly appreciate it.
The only
It's great
thing I would-
having you.
Sunshine sent us 500 stars.
Sunshine being Sunshine.
She had
She's
an
at-
awesome weekend.
She should be at league right now, and she did have an amazing weekend.
Oh, guys, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate all the support. 158 of you tuning in with us right now.
Amazing.
Do
This
us a
is-
huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. And if you leave a comment in our chat at any point, A to Z Darts is giving anyone watching tonight's live stream a chance to win a raffle prize. Tonight's raffle winner will receive a dartboard mouse pad with the Colonial V2 dartboard image printed on it. These mouse pads are the perfect novelty gift for the darts fanatic in your life. They're non-slip, fade, and scratch resistant with an 8-inch diameter. All you have to do to enter tonight's raffle is hit that like button on our live stream and leave a comment in the live chat. It is too easy not to do it.
It's entirely, just get out there and do it. Half of you've already done it. You've talked to us on here. Now just hit that thumbs up and you're in.
Absolutely.
That's all you got to do.
Brandy's currently throwing league right now,
I told
listening
you, she's
to
at
us.
League listening to us right now. I figured she was.
I feel like that would mess me up.
Matter of fact, her and Mandy Lindsay, the one that came over here with her on Tuesday.
Well, they decided to slow down once 158 people joined.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Kitchen needs a mouse pad. What's up, Mike? How's it going, brother?
There you go.
Switch.
Well, you picked the right week to make a comment.
The board mic sounds better when Ryan's not talking over it. LOL.
Who was that?
Rob Kislowitz.
Oh, that's my boy Rob. He's in Florida.
I love it.
He was one of our locals, and he moved back down to Florida. We miss him dearly. I don't really anymore right now, but up until that moment, I did.
Well, until they shot the 55 there from Todd, they were averaging 17 in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit slower of a start. And let's talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul takes out the 101, going trip 17, double bull in 2 darts.
With gusto.
I mean, ridiculous. And then they start off 100, 140, and Mark Raymer's experience throws a 180 in there to just kind of just stop all that momentum. And since then,
stop the bleeding. Yeah.
the Presidents have been kind of on a roll here.
Mm-hmm. So.
But a big ton there from Paul,
Yeah.
who's also got hands down the best pants ever seen in the castle.
Paul Rogers wants a mouse pad only if it's signed by Ryan.
Oh, look at that.
Jenny Matthews, 200 stars. Thank
Paul,
you so
I'm
much.
right here. And the Philly legend, Tim Neal, you don't want him to sign it? He's the best dart player of any of us.
That's fair.
By far.
That's a fair statement.
You actually won some CDC qualifier matches.
I did okay for the U.S. Master Qualifier.
Yeah.
And then I fell off the cliff.
Well, we don't want to talk about that
Come
part.
on, Todd.
Hey,
Let's
I'm
go,
not,
buddy.
I'm not afraid to talk about my losses.
Todd throws an 85, but Mark Raymer on 146. This would be a little bit better than the 101.
What everyone
wee
these
bit.
gentlemen in our conversation said, learn from your losses. And if you don't learn from your losses, you can't get better. So
I
There you
like
go.
that. I like that a lot.
And there's a good
Uh-oh.
first start. Trip 18.
Oh.
Not close, but 82
shoot
left.
the double bull.
I mean, yeah.
He
He
got it.
tried it.
I
All
like
right.
it. I like it.
I like it.
Leaves himself 55.
With gusto.
65. Good
Yep.
math, Sean.
So 25 to do.
Ramsey,
25
they
to
are
double.
hot, but they do match Peter Wright. Trevor Sellers,
Look at
530
this.
stars.
Who?
139.
That's a lot of pressure on the 65.
Oh, it's only 99.
99.
Oh, that looked good.
25?
Triple 15. No,
25 for tops.
Look at that. The North Point Bank doubles cam in play.
Good marker. Oh.
And leaves a big ton plus
dear.
finish for Todd. If he can take it out,
He
that
can
would be a
do
nice
that.
steal of another leg and a
He
break a throw right
he
back.
can clean this up. He can definitely clean
Start on
this
the
up.
18s.
Yep.
How's it going, Edie?
You can start on the 20s
He's
if
going
you
to go
want to.
20s, but he should go 18s.
You can do both.
Definitely go 20.
How about a 1?
He couldn't make up his mind. He was split between the two.
Ideally, you want to start on the 20s or the
Yeah.
18s, not the 1.
I don't think you want to start in the one with anything.
He got 18 points scored, leaving 94. So trip 18.
Trip 18.
He went the 20s just for fun.
I mean, got to keep it interesting.
Mark your flyer. 40.
The North Point Bank double
Keegan
points
with
cam.
the effort out there on the call. You hear
I
that?
love it. I love it.
With gusto.
He shows the effort every week.
Oh, no doubt.
Now we're finally hearing it.
There
There
it
it
And
is.
he gets it right underneath the wire, too. All right, we got a 3-1 scoreline for the Presidents. El Presidentes.
Getting kind of crazy in here.
Dennis Shea, another 1,200 stars. Thank you, sir. It is great dart so far. I'm
Yes,
glad
it
everyone's
has
enjoying
been.
it.
Trevor Sellers, 530 stars, 3 weeks in a row. Thank you, sir.
You know, he was quickly becoming one of my favorite people. for the
Trevor
record.
Sellers?
Trevor Sellers.
Oh, I love him.
Trevor's putting the work in to become a great player.
No,
he's
and
gonna
that's
be
what, and
there.
he was so incredibly humble about it. Like, I saw him and I was like, dude, you're throwing fire. And he's like, I mean, calm down, calm down. I'm like, no, I watched you sit here and throw.
Look at this from Mark Raymer. Usually when the first dart goes in, they follow.
Yeah, he's a little high.
And
He
drops
switched?
a little bit. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did switch. 99 scored. He only switched because Tim switched.
Mhm.
Hey,
It happens.
at least 5 times a night. That's only one, though. I've been pretty good.
All right, Ryan. What are you seeing out of both teams here? What's surprising to you early, or is there anything surprising to you early besides
mean,
the 101 by going
The
trip
101
17
is
double
absolutely
bowl?
surprising. I agree completely with Tim when Todd is following through and not worrying about pinpointing the dart so much as just throwing the dart. He's hitting better. And we need to see Paul get back into, he noticed he's calmed down. He's not dancing as much. He's not, bouncing around quite as much. But I'm dead serious when I say it. He's an emotional darter. He's an adrenaline darter. And when he gets rumbling and rolling, that's when,
He tried to aim that last dart.
Yeah, he tried to push it underneath when really probably a switch would have been the better option there.
18 should be the start here for Mark, and he'll know that stuff, but he doesn't do it anyway.
Caleb Ferris, 609 stars. Thank you, sir.
Caleb Ferris.
Caleb's doing that because I'm here. Let's be honest.
That's not
I
what he
love
said.
it.
It said, let's go Indy boys.
Yep, exactly.
Well, friendship over.
Avon Miller saying, come on, Richmond.
That's Avon.
Chris
Yep.
Prohl watching from MIISSIPPI tonight. He misspelled Mississippi, but that works.
Yep. Oh, man, there's so many doors there.
I love it.
He's probably on his phone
I know.
in the back of his truck.
But, like, if he's on his phone,
Yeah, but
there's
he's not-
autocorrect for a reason. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He's never going to comment again.
I'll tell you what, I'm extremely impressed with how much effort and follow-through Jason's actually throwing.
He's
with,
firing
because-
it in there. Another
because
100. Look at this average, guys. They're averaging 100 in
think-
this leg.
I think we made him angry.
No, I think he's making an effort because he said he practiced terrible this week, and he really wanted to focus on following through.
The thing I need to not have happen here is I need Todd and Paul to stay together on this and not find each other getting frustrated if they're not quite hitting, because that's when the wheels can start to fall off.
Kevin
They've gotta-
Shaver said English teacher coming out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry.
All right, 82 left. Oh, he went for it.
Ooh.
62 remains.
Triple 10.
And all he has to do is set it up.
Trouble 10. Come on.
And he
Ooh,
almost sets it up
iron.
beautifully. But you can just see Mark Raymer, steady, cool, calm, collected,
Yeah.
the experience of 40 years playing darts, and he's only 43, so he's been playing since he was like 3 years old. I'm joking. I don't know how old Paul, or Mark is, but I don't think he's 43. It's actually surprising. Tim, how old are you?
42.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's not crazy. He looks at least 65.
Who, me?
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That's what kids do to you.
Hey, Jason did not hit the 52 last time, but this is a new game. And there's no pressure on this
side
one.
of it again.
He did the exact same thing, though, and that's what he's talking about.
Well, luckily, they're not on 101.
Luckily, Paul is not sitting on 101. 205 is a bit harder to take out.
He walked back across him. Ooh. The posturing.
Actually, do you know the actual rule on how you're supposed to exit? Do you know that?
Yeah,
Like, actually?
it's to the right away from the camera.
It is not.
On PDC, it's to the right away from the camera.
No, it's towards the scorekeeper is always how you should do it, which is why they exit to the right on PDC.
But if you're, we got two scorekeepers.
I remember in the very beginning, like when Sean Brenneman first made the
Got it
PDC,
on the last dart.
when
And
Sean,
they
sorry
threw a
about that.
21 darter there. That was nice. No, I know. We were talking.
Yeah, when Sean Brenneman did it, they forced him because he was blocking the camera.
Well, technically, the actual rule is that you exit towards the chalker.
Okay.
We got some cricket.
But aren't some events are two chalkers?
Well,
There is two chalkers,
but there's the actual
there's
referee.
one, the referee.
That's
That's the chalker.
yeah.
Chalker. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
But that's always to the right.
right for the PDC.
For the
However,
PDC.
the CDC event that we just had a few weeks ago in Indy,
Mm-hmm.
the chalker was actually on the other side, so you were supposed to exit to the left during that event.
Yeah.
See, the
Really, only one person did it correctly, and that was John Part. So
See-
you know that was actually right.
Right. So the only thing I've ever actually known, the only thing I've ever been told about that is someone told me, and it was when I was first introduced to darts in general, was to rotate the direction of the person's back that was throwing. So that would mean your line of sight. So a right-hander, it would be exit to the right so that I'm out of your line of sight.
I feel like I would not care what
Yeah, I
what
was,
my opponent.
I was always
handedness
told away
is.
from the camera.
Okay.
When you're playing on a stream, it's you walk away from the camera because the three cameras are
I
on
get-
the
I
left
get what you're
side
saying.
focusing on the board. They
Okay.
don't want you walking that way. They
Into the
walk-
camera, right. They want you to turn away from it. Okay.
So are you saying that for ours you just walk straight backwards? I'm just kidding.
I mean, in theory.
Well, are you walking away? You're not walking that way.
Well,
from
that's
any
away
camera.
from the
Put it
camera.
on it, Todd. Put it on it.
So you got to do the moonwalk back.
Yeah, that'd be great.
backwards.
We should see that from Jason at some point tonight.
Well, the
Someone
funny thing
someone
that-
will fall off the platform.
Well, the
and
funny thing
break an
is
ankle.
it's kind of narrow for me, and I'm not a tiny guy, so I feel dainty walking towards the board in there now, because I'm like, should I step on it? Should I avoid it?
How impressed are you guys with the fact that
Travel.
they are throwing in this heat right now, and throwing well, except for that bounce out right there from Mark.
That's
but
the second one today.
got
he-
got a 3 mark.
He's got to be using actual steel tip darts, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I
No,
wouldn't see
actually,
why
he
not.
is not. He's using
No,
conversions.
He used conversions.
The
Yes.
Bottleson conversions. Yep. That was a surprising answer from him. Actually,
he probably has the oldest set of darts.
I'm
in-
sure he
in the
does.
building.
that was one of the few things I said in the group chat this week, is I told Jason to not worry about getting out his old wooden bone.
Is that under the wire there?
It's underneath.
Yep, 2 scored. Keegan just helped us out there. He's going to stay right there.
That's
Keegan.
original.
I love it.
Make it
Oh,
3.
that's amazing.
I love it.
I love the fact that my chat will not update at all.
Did you refresh?
Janice just says
I've
she
done
always goes the wrong way. Whatever it is, she goes the wrong way.
Yeah, she doesn't pay attention to the other people playing around her.
Is that in the trip?
No.
Okay.
And see, and here what I'm here to tell you right now. They're up in points enough to where he could have been attacking that and closing it, and Todd's thinking soft tip right now.
I'm telling you, with Mark following and Mark's his scoring today,
Like
right there.
Now he could flip the board on him.
Yep, he's got
But-
a
but-
1-point lead.
But Todd's thinking,
He got a 7 mark out of
wow.
Yeah, knew he was staying.
it. Big darts from Mark Raymer. And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, but Mark also has the soft tip knowledge and knows how to point.
As a reminder, guys, we are live at the Castle in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am Sean Green, the play-by-play commentator, joined by the voice of Cincy Event Streaming. Sorry, I got to get that down. Mr.
Me too.
Ryan George and the Philly legend on our controls and camera work. So if he messes that up, it's all him.
It's 100% me.
Timothy Neal.
Timothy, wow.
Wow.
Big shout out to Brian Drew, 100 stars
We're
again.
throwing
Thank
all
you,
the
sir.
names out there.
I forgot to do it.
Cora Rozelle. Let's go, brother. We're at home rooting for you. Cora is obviously related to one of the Richmond guys. I'm gonna
Who's the
guess.
brother?
You know, you need to get an updated phone or something.
I've got a
Brand new phone. I got you. Lee Jones says his steel tip darts were stolen at the bar.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is why we can't have nice things, guys. Come on now.
I remember that.
Darters need to help darters, not steal from darters. Let's be good to each other.
Mike Crow says Mark Raymer can't play. That's how you know it's his best friend.
I love it. I love it. Stu, apparently Michael Ewing has his closeout MS shirts for you, so we'll get it to you soon.
Emily Porter, 50 stars from me, the technician. How
There
do
you
like them
go.
apples?
Oh,
Thank you.
really?
I like the mechanic.
Really, Emily?
I like the
Really?
mechanic.
I like the technician.
Well,
Jenny
yeah.
Matthews, 100 stars. Thank you so much.
Jenny Matthews being Todd's much better half.
Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate that.
Austin, my boy from Bryan, Ohio, checking in. Hi, Austin. How you doing, buddy?
Cody Young said Keegan's the MVP tonight for sure.
I agree with that.
Keegan is probably the MVP a lot of weeks.
He is.
Now you
It's
can
just now you
finally
can
hear-
actually hear it.
But now you can tell what he's here doing. You know what I mean?
He did ask the guys. He's like, "Do you guys watch the PDC? It's going to be kind of like that." It's like, yeah, they all watch it, bud. That's-
I remember
We literally had to turn and walk out of
one
the
time I
garage.
played, I was like, hey, Keegan, you don't have to scream so loud.
My favorite when we played was when he would I would be in the process of throwing the first dart and he'd be like, "Sean, you require 152." And I'd be like, "I'm not going to hit it now." That was my excuse, was that he was talking while I was
No,
throwing
that's
the first
fair.
dart.
That's fair.
Of course, that being said, I guess the referees and the PDC do that too. Look at that from Paul. Gets a nice 5 mark.
Mm-hmm.
But they are, again, way behind in this cricket leg. And you mentioned it. Cricket's going to be the weak spot.
I mean, it's interesting because steel cricket and soft tip cricket are not the same.
But they're close enough to where it shouldn't be this big of a difference. But nice point there from
Falls into
Jason.
17.
I mean, I feel like I approach it totally different.
Let's go to the Whiskey Ben Super Bullseye.
I do when I
I'm
need
not saying
to,
I'm
but for the
good
most
at
part,
it.
I don't.
I feel like I look at it completely different.
I do love Todd's smooth action. If he follows through every time.
Is he throwing Gary Ames DNAs?
The phase 5.
Yeah, the phase 5s from Gary. Yep, that's exactly right. Look at Tim. Tim has like 80,000 sets of darts. If it's been made, Tim owns it,
That's fair.
including some customs.
That's fair.
Here is Mark Raymer with his.
You can see the the L-style carbon tips.
Yes, you sure can.
Ooh, just
Is that another one on the floor?
Nah, they're both
No,
on the
they're
floor.
both just a little bit low.
Oh, okay.
Our Whiskey Bent Bar and Grill Super Bullseye Cam. We are the only stream in the business with that shot right there. The
That's
Super
fair.
Bowl.
That's
we,
fair.
We like to count the fibers.
We do.
That's fair.
And that beautiful colonial dartboard. Guys, after this leg, we will be taking a short break as Jason's going to talk trash before shooting the double bowl here.
And this is what he loves to do.
It's a bold
And it-
move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for
He
him.
better hit it.
He's not even close.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
He said, "Come on, Ives." And he almost got it.
He only gets the one, though. No backstreet backs, all right. Okay.
All right.
Do that where we come from, you get taken out to the woodshed.
If you talk trash and then miss it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one beautiful. That was my favorite thing from the U.S. Darts Masters. Well, actually, from the North American Darts Championship was Danny Lobby pausing on the double one to pump up the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And then hits it on the very next dart.
Oh, yeah.
He did miss a couple of those no-look tries on the 180s, but he did hit one of them.
He did hit one of the no-looks, too.
Mark Raymer one bowl away from making this a 5-1 score line at the break.
It's getting a little deep.
That's where we're at, guys. So we are going to hear quickly from our sponsors, A to Z Darts, as we talk about the Colonial Dartboard. Stay with us. Will Stewart, the greatness, we'll be right back right after that.
Let's give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
Overdusted. Well, I'm sorry for the loudness of that, probably. Our bad. Hopefully no speakers were blown in the making of that video. We just really wanted you to hear Will
We really
cleanly.
wanted you to hear him enunciate every single one of those words.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that you actually heard him because we're not really sure about that either. But, what's up? No, it's all good. We can stay right here.
Why not?
Actually,
I wanna look
do
pretty.
you want to show up the upcoming events for us? It's last week's one, but that's all right. So, guys, let's look at what's coming up next week. June 21st, The Siege, Rise of the South. I've already been banned from that stream, so I will be out next week. Luckily, though, we have the Philly legend and the man, the myth, the legend, who's currently dominating tonight on your Richmond boys, will be in the booth.
How am I dominating them? I'm not doing nothing.
Well, I mean, you're dominating with the camera work, buddy.
Oh, okay.
You're doing fantastic. July 5th, we're actually going to be off June 28th, so I actually get a couple-week break from the Siege. That's rare. Actually, next week I'll be in Tampa, and then from Tampa,
Here he goes.
I fly back, and then I fly out to Toronto for
Here he
CDC
goes.
weekend event number 2. I'll be doing the play-by-play all weekend long
Mr. ESPN here.
on PDC.TV. Make sure you get your summer subscription to that so you can follow along for CDC.
I got it.
event
Apparently, I
weekend
bought
number
it
2.
twice.
Hey, sweet.
They did.
Yay,
They did
double
refund
charge.
They did refund me. That was awesome.
July 5th is the Siege Castle versus the Fort, whatever that means.
No
and
clue.
July 12th, I know what this one means, the Siege Battle of the Shawns.
I literally will pay real money to I will sponsor that evening to sit right here for that.
Well, I don't know about all of them apples, but we'll see.
I will pay Tim.
You-
Eyeballs Tim.
you
Tim.
know-
real money right
you know
here.
Jason's
You-
already
you-
promised
money.
it to someone.
You think that I have a say in this?
You can help me leverage it.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Money on the table.
Rob, I'm not coming to Tampa for darts, but I'm free in the evenings. I'm
Yes,
actually
he's coming for darts, but he's actually commentating, not playing.
No. Tampa, I will actually. It's
a
a
teacher
school.
conference.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
teacher conference
Oh,
that
take it
I'm
back.
attending.
So one thing he's
Avid.
not name dropping that's not dart related right now.
Yeah.
Love you.
What? Wall. All right, let's head on back into the arena. Well, they're all still hanging out here for some reason. There they are. Hey, there's Jason. He heard us, so that's why he
Really
walked in like
waving?
that. Well, they're up 5-0. I'd be waving too if I was up 5-1.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
that's
they've
how it
rolled
works.
off 5 straight, buddy. So let's
We went trip
let's look at
17
this.
to double bowl to them rolling off 5 straight.
right. They should have lost that leg too, technically,
Theoretically.
but they stole it with a 101 after Jason
Ideally.
missed 2 darts at the double.
Mm-hmm.
We both picked the Richmond people. Are we not smart, or are we?
I'm not going to say we're not smart. I think that
Is this just the indie guys are really
I mean,
overperforming?
here's the deal. Theoretically, at this point, I could be viewed as brilliant if they pop off 7 straight and win 8-5.
Well, duh. That's true,
So
but
maybe that's
they need to, or else your prediction's wrong.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
That's true.
I think they just need to calm down. I think Todd needs to focus on following through and throwing the dart. I think Paul needs to focus on remembering that he's a solid competitive shot. Just take his time, let it flow, let it be natural. I mean, he'll be fine.
Tim Ford, how's it going, buddy? Good to hear from you. Pat Goodpasture, what's up, brother? How was league? Did you win? I bet you won. I know how Pat Goodpasture rolls.
I love me some Pat.
Rodney Parton asking if it's necessarily Fort Wayne versus a couple of people from the castle. It's not going to be against us, at least
I
not
guess
that I know
that's
of.
logical to say the fort. I didn't think about that. Interesting. I'm intrigued now.
Yeah, I agree, Sean Wages. He says, you nailed it earlier, Sean. Raymer got that 180, and the game just shifted on that. And Lee Jones says, and the King's not going to lose in his own castle. Well, technically, sieges do sometimes result in overthrows of kingdoms.
There's a lot of beheadings that follow sieges, you know what I mean?
But, I mean, yeah, that's what happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't the king. I was like the
jester?
peasant that was like
the court jester.
No, not even that good. I was the peasant that was. It was back when lobster was like a bad delicacy. Like that's what I would be eating was the lobster.
I won that singles league, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What singles league?
I will say
Leg.
the extended break was they were cooling off and wiping the sweat from their brows. So.
Smart.
No doubt.
Smart. We should have done that too, but we did not because we're silly. All right, so let's look at the averages here. 64 for Jason and Mark to a 59, which is lower than your prediction.
Just a little lower than what I said.
So do you think that is adding to it? Jason and Mark have really been scoring well.
So what's really going to happen here
like
is
this.
Yes. If
he's firing the dart in there.
He really is
big 140.
He's throwing the dart.
He snatched that second one.
Yep. Yeah, you wanted the 180 bad.
In my honest opinion, I mean, if Mark and Jason continue on this way, that Paul and Todd have got to find a way to answer. They've got to find a way to dig in and fight back, and they're putting up triple-digit scores right now while they're putting up, I mean, unfortunately, a 28 in that last visit, as Raymer just goes right after that 19. But, you know, they have the ability to put up the same averages. They have the ability
to Jason. Ooh.
Yeah.
They have the ability to score in the same fashion. They just have to take a deep breath and get it done. Did he grab that twice?
I think that's 77. Leaves 80.
Big
Leaves a
shout out.
tops.
Caleb Ferris, 100 stars
No
for
one,
the commentary
no one in
team.
one in there is going tops.
Caleb, Jason's never going to believe that we did a good job in commentary.
Matter of fact, I'd almost bet that Jason is going to go treble 18 or treble 16 for double 16. On 80.
I wonder if we
That's
actually
an old
if
school.
we'll start actually listening to us.
No.
You know,
Never.
What you think about triple 16, double 16?
That's the way I go.
He's looking up. He
Ooh,
was
that
looking at tops.
He's showing off for you. He's
I
doing
was
that.
right again.
That is for you.
I would
alone.
say shooting the triple 16 there with them sitting on 248 is not a bad shot.
Right. I agree with your shot choice.
I'm so much more comfortable down there. It's purely.
Oh, did he leave a
81.
He does not leave a bogey, so
No, he's
167
cutting out.
can go.
And
But
we've
Mark
already
Raymer
got
on
one
40.
double
North
bowl
Point
out.
Bank double 20 Cam.
He's hit that already. You can see the mark actually where
By
he hit
the way, is Dallas not the nicest guy in ever?
There it
There
is.
it is.
Squeezes it in the
Lord
corner.
Mercy.
6-1, and
Oy,
another
oy,
break
oy.
a throw.
Another break a throw, and the one thing we have right now is a 101.
This is feeling a
with
little bit
double
like
bowl.
Joe Cullen versus Johnny Clayton from yesterday.
Yeah.
Back to 01 with Mark to throw first. All the best. Game out.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best.
Game
You mess
on.
each other up.
He threw in an all the best in there.
Yeah, he's been doing it every time.
I'd like to see the Richmond guys start to get a couple more on the board.
I really don't want it to be over this quick because I don't want them to feel like that they're better than this.
Oh, I mean,
You know what I mean? It's just
let's be honest. This has not been Paul and Todd losing, this has been Jason and Mark have been on it.
Yeah, they're
like
firing.
like Guy Perry on it.
They're firing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's been very impressive. Mark Raymer and Jason have been showing their experience.
Jason Sweaty looks a lot younger than what he really is. So.
Well, I mean, you can't. Oh, look at
he
that.
about lost both of them.
He's still gonna. He's gonna
Walk
like wait.
it off slow.
Why is he waiting? He wants it to fall out just to be upset. And look, Todd was like, "Really? Look at this. They're averaging 120 in this leg."
Paul getting louder.
Yeah.
Paul's like, please let that have hit the floor.
Yeah, that would have been jokes
There
on
you
Jason.
go.
If
That was a
waited.
Todd dart. The first one he let go light. The next two he threw.
When he follows through,
Yep.
he throws his darts.
Yeah.
I mean, it
You're
works.
You're spot on.
Hey, Paul
Absolutely.
and Todd are averaging 81 in this leg.
And they're averaging a 120.
Yeah, and it's looking like it might go up. It looked like it might go up.
Oh,
Or
just
at least
squeeze
stay
under.
the same.
A nice ton.
So does Jason Jason hit a 140?
He needs to. He has to. This should be a rule. It's like you telling me if you hit 2 trip ones, you have to hit the third one just on principle.
No, let's put it this way, though. If he hits the first trip 20, he's got to go
You need
trip 17.
yeah.
And then you have to go for the double bowl after the 101 from Paul.
Yes, absolutely.
Nah, he
Never
doesn't get a
mind.
shot at
He
it.
was high.
Oh.
That's a five, triple five.
Treble 5.
55 got time. 106 isn't exactly ideal for what he wanted to leave, but it puts Mark on a pretty decent out with Todd's all the way back there on 309. And if he's looking up, that's not the right move. He did look up. Did that get in?
Nope,
No,
that's below.
it's underneath it.
So now he cannot finish or cannot leave a finish for his partner, and that's why you start on the 19s there, bud.
Yep.
At least on dart number 1.
There's a few things. I don't claim to know everything, and I don't even claim to know a lot, but I would 19's on 309. That's one thing I remember. That was one of the first things I think I learned from Tim.
86, so trip
I heard-
18. Nope.
Nope, that's a 20.
What's a 1?
Sorry.
Ideally.
Ideally.
So 85 left.
Trip 15.
Ooh, leave
Leave
75. Jason's going to do this. Jason's going to go 25 for bowl, isn't he?
No, he might be.
He might
be.
without with
Oh,
6-1 score
come
line.
on.
If Paul doesn't leave a finish for his partner, there's no way Jason does not go 25 for bowl. He is a flair about him.
showman.
He is a showman.
All right.
Let's see. Does he have to smirk on his face when he gets up there?
He's really thinking. Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah,
it is.
he's doing it.
Sure is. Now he's trying to think, am I going to be smart about this or not? Oh, he tried to be smart. Boo. Tops for a 7-1 lead, and he gets
Drills
it.
it.
I guess it was the right move at the end of the day.
It's always the right move if you hit it.
I like how we're like, definitely shouldn't go trip 17 for double bowl there. But then when Jade's up, we're like, definitely should go 25 for bull. Definitely.
What?
Well, because you're saying they're sitting on a 2-4-4 and they're down 6-1. They might.
And they've rolled 7 on the spin.
Tina, his cheeks are glowing because it's so hot in that garage.
And a 1-2-5 or 6 mark, actually, because we're back on cricket.
Right.
And that's not a good sign, actually. Not for Mark and Jason, but for Paul and Todd. They have been dominated in the cricket legs so far. And so down 7-1 in a
Well, maybe that opening 6
one leg
means
away
something.
from the victory. No, not when you're playing against Mark Raymer, who matches it.
Right back.
When you're doing that.
Mark Raymer, I'm telling you, he impresses me so much as a dart player because he just does not only does he not get rattled, he matches or goes above what the other team does at the right time every time.
He's just solid and consistent.
I mean, I was impressed with him. I watched, a good chunk of him. I mean, I know it's soft and not steel, but at the showdown this weekend, I watched him throw a lot of really good darts.
He's a good soft tip player. Okay, he's a very good soft tip player, but he is when it comes to steel tip, he's on a different level.
That's fair.
And it's not. I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything.
No,
he's a very, 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 very good steel tip dart player.
He doesn't get rattled, and he's just super consistent.
Guys, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate all the support. Speaking of support, A to Z Darts has been a great sponsor of ours all season long that we've been going on for the last 2 months. And don't forget to take a look at the Colonial V2 dartboard over at atozdarts.com. Colonial is their in-house brand. You can shop other Colonial products like surrounds, darts, cases, and other accessories right from the homepage.
I have a few sets of the Colonial darts. They're great quality,
Do you have the
90% tungsten.
Mark McFadden's?
I do not have those yet.
I love them.
Released yet?
The money makers. I don't know, but I'm going to get a set for those
Once they're
when I get
released,
them.
I'm definitely going to get
Going to
them.
go on record here. Sean Rosner, who might know something about that battle to Sean, said that as soon as he saw that for July July 12th. He
You know, I'm in the middle of my ad read, right? I'm just kidding. Keep going. I love you. I can only do it to you. I can't do it to anyone else.
And Mike Crow says
said
Mark Raymer's not that good.
He messaged Jason and said Ryan has to do commentary for that. So
Well, we'll see what happens.
Good thing
I'm down
he
with
has
it.
no say in it
Right.
at all.
He has less say than Tim, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
well, then who makes up their mind?
Well, I'm going to say this. The Colonial Dartboard is meant to be an affordable option for new players to the game and also experienced players looking for an inexpensive option to put serious practice hours into. It's especially perfect for bar owners or league coordinators who need to replace bulk dartboards over time. So check out the Colonial Dartboard. We love it. Apparently Mark Raymer and Jason Ives love it tonight as they are destroying it.
Matt, I can tell you, he has not only does he have a portable AC, he even had a hole drilled in the wall so it can vent better. And it's so hot out today that it doesn't matter what's going on.
It's so incredibly humid too. That's the main thing.
Well, true, and we need to talk Jason into like getting like a bigger AC unit. I think.
Yeah,
Or a second one.
He's
for
got a
the garage.
bitty one.
Yeah, the apartment level AC unit he's got out
The
there. is
the
not
one
bad.
the 1 ton that he has hooked up to the 2-story house.
I don't think it's a 1 ton. I literally don't. It's tiny, man.
Well, Jason closed the 17s. So I'm just going to go back and point the 18s. And he's going to stay there.
Oh, I would have looked
Stay
down.
there. I like staying there.
See, I would have.
I'd have
I
looked
would have been
down.
surprised if he went and shot the bull in the third one.
You guys, I know he like is a showman, but he's also going to try and win this thing here.
Well,
Especially with
Why
they're
not
playing
do
against a
both?
good team. They're playing against a good opponents. They know they can't mess around like that, per se. Mark Raymer's going to close the 16 in the first start, though. Bye. 15s. See you later. And double bowl. Oh, just high. But I got pretty good on those first two.
Two out of
Instead
three
the
ain't
whiskey
bad.
bent bullseye.
It's
can.
easy to call Mark Raymer hitting darts as a commentator. It's
I mean, I was doing
explain
that. I was doing that when I was here with Guy. He was on such a level that's. I mean, I was sitting there going, all right. In my mind, I'm going, all right. Here's trip this, trip that, and move on.
So I know. Do you know Todd and Paul?
Mhm.
Are they going to be? Are they going to be typically how you would expect? Frustrated with this, or
I mean, they
are they going to
obvious-
realize that Jason and Mark just turned it on?
It's going to be a little bit of both.
Okay.
You're going to hear some frustration. They obviously have not thrown to their standard, which is, I mean, it happens on here. We see it happen all the time. But they also they'll also respect the fact and recognize that,
Solitude.
Jason and Mark came out here and they've laid it down.
Yeah, they defended their presidency very well.
I'm impressed. I didn't quite. I mean, I knew all four of these guys were good darters. I never would take anything away from any of them, but
One more for the match.
I wasn't quite expecting this.
Well, I'm not political, but I will say this: with those two presidents, we have not heard a "Let's Go Brandon" once.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, Todd, hit a couple bowls.
And that whiskey bent super bullseye cam.
But I also know I can tell you right now that it'll fire these two up, and at some point in the near future, you're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, "Can we?
Hey,
Can
redemption's
we run
always.
that? Can we run that back?"
We always have redemption weeks.
Yep. Of course, we've only had one of them so far, but we'll probably have another
we
one.
had two, didn't we?
No, we've only had one so far.
Third dart or no?
Nope.
Guess not.
He wanted to end it there and just did not do it. Before I step out, because you guys are going to do the interviews, you're going to move over there, and then our two winners.
Do I need to move headsets as well?
Nope. You just move that headset over.
Okay.
I just want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors tonight: Sideline Sports Pub, the Mad Hatter Bar and Grill, North Point Bank for the doubles cam, the Whiskey Bar and Grill for the bullseye cam that we're looking at currently.
That's a 15.
And of course, our interview cam sponsor that we're about to see again, the Checkered Flag Tavern. Our trophies that are about to be given away to Jason and Mark, as they are the winners. Thank you to the Forged Egg, Stu, for all of his great work that he does. I'm Sean Green, and that'll do it for my work tonight. Another quick evening for me. That's 2 weeks in a row. 8-1.
Wow.
Wowzers. Even Tim was wrong on his score prediction.
We were
He
all
thought
wrong.
they'd win 4.
I don't.
They
think
won
I
8 in a
saw-
row.
I don't think I saw anybody predict anything this lopsided.
The only win was the 101 on the Trip 17 double
Double.
bowl, which, by the way, is the coolest shot of the evening. And from there, it just nothing else happened.
And look, Mark's over there coaching.
Yep.
And that's awesome.
That's
what he
Mark.
does. So real quick, I'm going to go over that this weekend.
Yes,
at
please.
One of our awesome sponsors, Whiskey Bent Bar and Grill in Avon, Abby's Get Benefit Concert opens at 11 a.m. Saturday, June 18th at 5250 US 36 in Avon, Indiana. Amazing raffles, 50/50 live and silent auctions. At 1 o'clock on the outdoor stage, Soul Rocker from 1 to 2:30. From 3 to 5, the Dan Burnell Band. From 6 to 8, Jambox will be in the house. And then to close it out on the outdoor stage, Henry Lee Summers closing it out from 9 to 10:30. This is going to be an all-day affair. If you can make it for an hour or two, please stop by. Please support. Raising money for people that are going through nursing school that really need the assistance. And it's near and dear to our hearts. It's especially near and dear to Mr. Mike Grady, the owner of Whiskey Bent Bar and Grill. Please come out. Please support. It's an awesome cause. Come out for an hour. Come out for 2. Have some great food. Enjoy yourself. And most importantly, let's raise money for this amazing benefit. And to that point, we are going to move over to the main interview cam with the champs. Congratulations, gentlemen.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
How was it? How'd you feeling?
I could barely hear myself.
Yeah, you're pretty low.
Well,
We're up on the volume.
Yeah.
You should be good.
All right.
Hopefully. Well,
Oh.
congratulations.
All you indie people that voted for the other team, shame on you.
Yeah. So how did you like the 101 at the very first leg?
Oh, that was great. I mean, he
smoked it.
He did. Yep.
I thought we were in trouble at that point in time. But I'll tell you, I really did. I thought we were in trouble when he hit that double pull because he's a confidence player anyways.
Yeah.
And, I thought his confidence was going to start rocking at that point in time, but we just got fortunate. I think Mark hit a ton 80.
That really changed the momentum. That
Yep.
big 180 at the right time.
Yeah, and it didn't put us far ahead.
Yeah. Nope. But it put you first to the out.
Yes.
Which is
yeah,
Yep.
213. Yep.
Yep.
And that's what we kept looking at, as both of us as experienced players was get to the out. I mean, we got
Play
to the
the
out
long game.
first, and then, hey, we got 6 darts at out. We got this, and caught them. But yeah, it was good. And I told him when we got done, the first thing I said to him when we came off the stream was, "Hey guys, you never came off the 20. They were warming up in there. As soon as I walked in the room tonight, the first thing that Jason said to me was, man, they're banging the 19. In warming up, we warmed up for 30 minutes, and they'd shoot that 20 and miss the 20, 19, trip 19. 20, trip 19, 19. Every time. And they never came off the 20. And I told him after we got out, I said, I'm not going to tell you during the match, but you guys never wavered from it. I can see your point, but, man.
They're forcing it.
You got to be consistent what your warm-up is, and you play your game, is my opinion,
And we got up, 3 or 4 games pretty early, pretty quick, and I think at that point in time we kind of had them thinking in their own minds too. So it was a big thing. And Ryan and Sean both picked against me, so it was kind of a grudge thing.
Completely accurate.
Did you think, were you a little nervous on that extended break? I know it was hot out there. You can see the sweat glistening off your brows. Did you intentionally take a little bit longer break to cool down a little bit, or what was your thinking on that?
Quite frankly, I was just talking to Paul outside because I could see Paul was a little upset with the way he was throwing. And, he would get up there and rush that first start. And, he just needed to find a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah, I mentioned on the stream Todd wasn't following through. And when he did follow through, his darts were hitting.
Yep.
And when he was trying to place the dart, they were going wayward.
Yep.
And we talked about it. I was like, he needs to focus on just following through.
Both those guys are terrific players.
Great players.
Great
yeah.
shots.
They got
great
terrific
shots.
mechanics. I mean, they're really good shots.
They know how to play the game.
Yep.
They definitely know how to play the game.
Yeah, coming from a small village out in eastern Indiana somewhere.
Where was
not
it?
bad at all.
Where'd you say it was from again?
It's a small village.
I
Somewhere.
can't- I
Keep
just-
digging.
Population is like 22.
Keep
something like
digging.
The banter in our side, we kept bantering them out there, and they never said anything.
We called it, as we called it was a dumpster fire, is what we referred to it as.
Oh,
Even when you were out there talking?
yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
were talking. We were talking.
Yeah.
They went silent mode on us, and
Yeah.
Almost like the chat. They went
Yeah.
silent on the
Yeah.
chat,
kind
too.
of chat, kind of deal.
Well, it takes a lot to get much out of Todd. I'll tell you that right here, right now. Like, Todd's not a big, that's not him.
Yep.
Now, Paul, I'm surprised you didn't get real riled up in that garage, pulling off those legs like that, and then getting after him, because that'd be the perfect time for Paul to go a little small village country on him, as you keep referring to us. But you know,
No,
but
we'd hit a 44 or something, and I'd come back and I told Jason, I said, well, I haven't hit a 44 yet, so I need to hit a 44. And
oh, come on now.
we had 75, and Jason goes, well, I can take a 75 out. We haven't had a 75 yet. So.
We were
here.
anticipating the single bull, double bull just to be a showman.
Oh, no.
I saw the smirk on your face. I was like, oh, he's going. He's going.
I really did. I thought about the top stops.
Oh yeah, and because I was like, he's gonna go trip 16 for double 16 on the 80, and Sean's like, no, watch him go up. Yeah. And he tried the top, so I'm like, oh, he's doing that for Sean.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about the single bull, double bull, but at that point, I think we're up 5-6-1. It was just, there's a point to the banter as far as you don't want to take it over the top. But no, we got fortunate on that. And great team. Yeah. And I was fortunate to play with Mark. I mean, Mark's a fantastic shot.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He killed it today.
It was fun.
Yeah, 2 180s tonight, and they're both his.
Yeah. Were you guys able to? How was the mic?
That was beautiful.
And
that was a beautiful thing.
On cue, his 180 call was perfect. Everyone was excited.
They loved
for
it. The
call.
people loved
Everyone
it.
loved to hear the dartboard, the darts hitting the dartboard.
It was very nice.
It was a
it made us
positive
feel like we were a
experience.
bigger part of it too. Like it brought me in.
It's probably my biggest contribution of the night, quite frankly.
I did have to move it to the right spot on the board. I'm just saying.
I took it out to the garage.
Well, here you go.
Appreciate everybody watching and tuning in tonight.
There's your
was
trophy.
Fun.
I appreciate it.
And
From
Shy, for our giveaway, Shy's going to look into the giveaway. She couldn't make it here tonight. She was taking care of some things. But I didn't bring the gift card with us. And I didn't bring the second gift card with us. And I apologize to you, Ryan. But
you're fine.
I'm going to give the other team the $50 gift card that I've got at home. I was giving the other team $50 gift card for gas.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
driving all the way over here. I know what it is. It's important, but I'm gonna give them the $50 bill. That way, I'll keep the gas card because Shy will use it, obviously.
Yeah.
But
anybody can use the gas card today.
Yeah. But this is one of my good trophies, and I do appreciate this.
Yep. And it's a big shout out to Forge Egg.
Thank you.
Go to Facebook.com.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
You guys killed it. I know I picked the other guys, and if I were doing it again, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'd pick them again.
As you should.
But you guys threw. I know how well you can throw, Mark. I know we're newer to each other, but I know you both have the ability to do that. But I was wondering how far that would stretch tonight. Like, I'm not saying you couldn't do it. It was just.
So you were wrong on several accounts.
Hey,
I'm wrong all the time.
I told him when I got here. I said I've won here before and I've lost here before. I've been pretty good here before and I've been horrible. So
Jason, you watched me throw darts. I'm wrong all the time.
You were horrible. He had that mic on you. He wanted you to talk.
Well,
I mean, that was a lot.
But I still can't use that as an excuse. You know what I mean? It was still fun. And tonight we were talking and chatting, and you guys couldn't.
You guys look like you had a good time.
We had a great time. We had a pretty good time.
Mark and I get along pretty well anyway. So you get
well, he makes it easy.
Yeah, 2 old timers playing darts.
Well, you got an old timer and an older timer, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's the last
Dirt
time
and
you
mud.
see this house.
Well, there went your July 12th invitation.
It was nice while it lasted.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Family, thanks for watching. Shy Jean, love you.
Thanks for
love some CJ.
Who we got next week? Guest host?
Guest host next week is the Rise of the South. So who we got?
Oh, Pat.
That doesn't tell us anything. Good pastor?
Good pastor?
Good pastor.
Pat, good pastor.
Good pastor's going to come all the way up here?
He's coming up here all the way up.
Wait. You need to double the size of that mute button, though, because when Pat gets to rolling, there's a lot of bleep, bleep, bleep,
I'll tell you what,
bleep,
it's
bleep.
him and Keegan doing commentary next week, so that should be quite the...
That's going to be... I'm here for that.
Awesome.
Him, Keegan, and Tim. Tim will not get a word in edgewise.
I'm going to just focus on the cameras.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and just for the record, we kept the office references to an actual bare minimum this evening.
I think there was 4.
I think we were sub 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank
thanks,
you.
Mark.
Thanks,
guys, for traveling. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. On behalf of Sean Green, Jason Ives, Tim Neal, Ryan George, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great night.